Hello, hello again. Everybody, Zack Attack is here, the Atak Sportz, for this Monday, May the 18th, May 18th, 2015. Trying to make my food presentable here for my shells, my YouTube videos. So let's get started with, of course, MMA news. Both major MMA organizations had events on the weekend. Friday and Saturday, both on basic cable. First things first, Bellator took place this past Friday night, Bellator 137. It was okay, God. We had Darian Colwell against Rafael Silva. It was an okay fight. You're gonna hear this phrase from him. Decent action, not a lot of excitement. But Colwell dominating the victory over Silva. Then we had Fernando Gonzalez against Curtis Melander. It was a decent little fight. It was back and forth. And Fernando made a comeback because Curtis almost knocked him out a little bit. But then Fernando got the submission choke in the third round. Big comeback. Then we had Eduardo Dantas returning, taking on Mike Winchman. Now, Eduardo Dantas, of course, lost the bantamweight title to Joe Warren. He lost it in a controversial verbal submission against Marcus Galvao back in March. And I always say this when it comes to fights that determine number one contenders for upcoming titles, that some guys who get number one contenderships, the match they won to get the shot, they don't have a good performance during, and they don't deserve the shot at the time they won more valid victory. And well done this won over Mike Richmond, but Cole May was what I'd call a fight to lose fight. They didn't do shit a lot. It was okay for the fight, but Eduardo's performance was not dominant. He needs one more win, a dominant victory, to certify a match against Marcus Galvao. And then a main event, which had some controversy with it. Once again, a Bellator title fight has controversy attached to it. Two victories were controversial, with Liam McGarrett defeating Emmanuel Noon when people thought Manny won. Of course, the verbal submission from Joe Warren. And now we have another controversy for the Bellator title. The champion lost the championship because he weighed in overweight. For the middleweight title, it was supposed to be Brendan Halsey against Kendall Grove. Halsey, at the weigh-ins, came in overweight, weighing in at 188, 3 pounds over the 185 limit for a championship fight. So, they still had to fight though, but if Halsey lost, the title would be vacated. If Grove won, he would still be the champion. He would be the champion. But Halsey won. He dominated over Kendall with a TKO victory in the 4th round. He just dominated over Kendall. Even if he was no longer be a champion if he won, though. So there you go. Brendan Halsey won the fight, but he lost the championship because it's now vacated because he came in overweight. So we're going to have a new middleweight champion one day in Bellator. The next Bellator event's coming up June 19th. Bellator 138, Unfinished Business on Spike, featuring Ken Shamrock and Kimbo Slice, who was opposed to fight back in 2008. But Shamrock got injured the day of the fight, which led to the 7 Puccizelli 60-round knockout that put Elite XC out of business. Well, anyway, and also Pitbull's fighting, Bobby Lashley's fighting, so it's going to be a big card June 19th. Now on to, of course, UFC Fight Night, which took place Saturday morning. Yes, 10 a.m. on the Fox Sports Network. It was a decent little card. The first 2 fights were like, not too exciting. With Levan Makashvili taking out Mark Ediva. Once again, they didn't do shit because it was a split decision. When the decision split, they didn't do shit. That's what happened. It was not a lot of excitement, not a lot of that. It was okay, but not much excitement. With Levan winning in the first fight, the 3-round unanimous decision, featherweight division. Then the featherweight, we had Filipino against Yuri Chodam. Hope I pronounced that right. It was okay, look. Like I said, it was another split decision. It was some decent action, better action than the first fight, but not by much. With Philippe winning. Then Neil Magny against Hung Gu Lim in the welterweight. This is a fight when it got exciting. This is a really good fight, really exciting fight. And Magny's a very fast guy. Really good fighter there. Some good action on the hunt. And he was dominant in the first round. The second round, get the TKO victory for Neil Magny. He was dominant in that fight. Then in the middleweight, the final fight of the career of Mark Munoz. Fighting in the Philippines for the first time ever in UFC history. He is the Filipino wrecking machine. He went out with a bang, with a dominant unanimous decision victory over Luke Barnett. Luke did try some moves, but Mark Munoz, feeding off the energy of this being his final fight in the UFC and in MMA, and the fact it was his home country of Philippines, he was really energized by the fans, and he came out a dominant victory in his final fight. He was dominant all 3 rounds. So congrats to Mark Munoz for retiring on top. You know, retiring with a win. Too bad he never became a champion. But hey, it's all good. Middleweight main event. Co-main, should I say. Gigon Musasi taking on Costas Filippou. Okay fight. It was more like a technical fight, you know. It was like cat and mouse, you know. Now, it was okay action, with Gigon dominating. You know, taking him down, some mission attempts, getting the victory, unanimous decision. It was okay little co-main. The main event I was kind of looking forward to because I like both these guys. And I thought they'd fight each other because they were all in different divisions. Now it's in the featherweight division, Frankie Edgar against Uriah Faber. This was not the action-packed fight I was hoping for, but it still was an okay little fight. Edgar dominant, taking down Uriah. Couldn't do anything on the ground with him, but he took him down though. And that counted because he got the unanimous decision victory after 5 rounds. So I wish it was more hard-hitting, more exciting. But still, decent little main event from Frankie Edgar and Uriah Faber. So there you go. TNA time. Impact Wrestling. You had Hardcore War. With the return of Bobby Lashley. He'd been out for a while, taken out by Eric Young. And now he's coming for revenge. Being a part of Kurt Angle's team as part of Hardcore War, our main event. We also saw the Dollhouse in action, taking on Rebel, who we haven't seen in a while. And Brooke. Of course, Taryn and Maribel. With a new theme. Doll Parts by Hole. Billy Corgan. Billy Corgan's now uncreative, so I probably got permission from Courtney Love. Despite the love-hate relationship, they probably patched things up, and Billy Corgan was probably the one that handled the licensing rights to get the rights to play Dollhouse. It's this new theme, Doll Parts from Hole. It adds more intrigue to their gimmick. It's creepy and interesting. I've always said that about them. And Taryn's playing it up as a heel. And playing it up by playing later on the feud with Gail. She crashed one of her husband's shells. And then she hung out with Gail's kids. This feud is getting a little bit personal, storyline-wise. Speaking of feuds that are personal, we have James Storm and the Magnus feud continue, with Magnus suspecting James Storm's motives when it comes to him befriending Mickie James. He thinks there's something more to it. Like, you know, manipulation involved in the Revolution. And Revolution came out, Abyss, Manic, and Goya. Thinking they were looking for Storm. But then Storm later on said, I didn't send you out there to beat up Magnus. It's between me and Mickie James. Then we saw Anderson, Mr. Anderson against Tyrus. EC3 got a little help from Tyrus in their False Count Anywhere match last week. And Anderson wanted one more chance against EC3 to beat the streak. You know, the undefeated streak. So there you go. With Tyrus losing to Mr. Anderson. When EC3 got involved and got ejected, Anderson capitalized on it. So there you go. Then we would have the first match of the Best of 5 series, the Wolves against the Dirty Heels for the once again vacated tag team titles, which seem to be cursed. Good first match. And I love Best of 5 series and tag teams. Last year's with the Wolves and Dudleys and Hardys. And of course, Bill Money, which had Bobby Roode at the time, and the Morrissey Machine, because that was an awesome series. And the Wolves won match 1 by surprising the Dirty Heels by a surprise roll-up. It was a fun match to begin the Best of 5 series. So, there you go with that. And of course, Hardcore War, our main event. Kurt Angle's team, it was a gauntlet match. Kurt Angle's team consisted of The Rising, 2 out of 3 members. Micah, and the later Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, Bobby Lashley, and Chris Melendez, the All-Main guy. The Team Young consisted of 3 out of the 4 members of the Beatdown Clan: Kenny King, Low-Key, and MVP. Homicide still storyline out with an injury. And replacing Homicide, Bram. A lot of good weapon uses, great, very intense fight, which led to Eric Young pinning for the victory in the main event. Beating Chris Melendez in the match. Of course, Eric Young wants one more shot against Angle for the title after getting screwed by Bully Ray as referee last week. Actually, 2 weeks ago now. Eric Young will now get another shot against Angle. Crit match, date to be determined. Probably Slammiversary of 2015. They're moving back to Wednesdays again. They were on Wednesdays on Spike. Then he moved to Fridays on this Destination America. Now they're going up against NXT. Well, kind of, because they're on at 9 and NXT's at 8. Starting June 3rd, I'm hearing. They're moving back to Wednesdays again. So there you go. Main event, Eric Young's team winning. We also had some stupid series of matches against the Bullmans. Now they broke up. It was stupid. Stupid, pointless, stupid. That's why I didn't talk about it. Now, on with WWE Raw Review tonight. Preview, should I say, for tonight. The Impact Aftermath and the build-up for Elimination Chamber begins. Even though we have 2 weeks in between. If you haven't seen my Payback review yet, it's on this channel. Decent little pay-per-view. It's fun. Endings seem to bump us some good action in the pay-per-view. Top 4 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 4. Who will Bray Wyatt face tonight? We know Bray Wyatt defeated. Why back in a decent match tonight? And advertising Bray Wyatt to wrestle. Especially after Payback. So, we'll see who he wrestles tonight. Question number 3. What will go down when Stephanie McMahon returns tonight? She's been off TV for the last couple weeks. We saw Triple H at the end of the pay-per-view last night. And on Raw last week, but we haven't seen Stephanie in a while. Well, J&J Security tweeted that the boss is back. That Stephanie's back on Raw tonight. She's probably going to address the whole Kane situation. Now that Kane's still a member of the Authority after Seth Rollins retained the title last night in a fun bit of a way. See what happens when Stephanie tries to take care of this situation. Question number 2. Kind of a 2-part question. Will there be any matches made for Elimination Chamber? Part 2. Will any of the participants in either of the Chamber matches be revealed? We know there's 2 Chamber matches. The Chamber match for the vacated IC Championship. It's now official. There will be a Chamber match for that. I've been thinking Neville, Bayley's Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, and maybe some wild balls. Hopefully they need some participants for that tonight, as well as the tag team Elimination Chamber match. You know, how's that going to figure out with that? First time I have a tag, it's kind of cool, but I wonder how they're going to do it. Speaking of tag team titles, that leads to question number 1. What will go down with 3 titles on the line tonight? That's right. They just announced 3 titles going to be defended tonight on Raw, including 2 which were defended last night. John Cena, once again, after defeating Rusev in an Quit match, kind of weirdly with Lana saying those words instead of Rusev, will be defending his title once again in his weekly Open Challenge. We're also going to see the New Day defend the tag team titles following their defense in a fun 2-on-3-fall match last night against Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. And Nikki Bella will defend the Divas title tonight, I'm guessing against Naomi, because they won that tag team match last night against the Bellatrix. They beat Naomi and Tamina. So there you go. See what happens tonight on Raw. 8, 7 Central on USA Network. And that is it for the Atak Sportz for this day. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for my Raw review tonight. With that in mind, y'all been attacked by the sports news from Zach. See you later. Yeah.